Sloane Stevens taking on Iga Swiatek. This is always a very good match to watch. Both ladies have their own strategies that they try to employ. Now, the last time they played at the U.S. Open, I covered that match, and you could hear Kamaru Murray yelling on live television. That's how we beat her. Take her into deep rallies. That's how we beat her. She can't win rallies over 8, 9 shots. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what's ironic about that is I actually made videos before that match saying the same thing, right? When Iga's taken into deep water, the longer the rally, she starts to break down because she's much more effective at winning short rally winners. When you push her longer, not only does muscle memory start to creep in, remember, she wins most of her shots 3 to 5 shot rallies is where she's winning most of her points. So when you start to double that output, she starts to get really tired. Now, take a look at this rally here. Now, that was exactly 9 shots, right? So that's really how you beat Iga. You have to take her into deep water, or you have to employ what Rebecca does, extend her past the baseline where she's not a threat, where her power doesn't really affect you as she's on the back foot, she's playing more defensive. Then you can set up your shots, but it takes range and power to really pin Iga deep, and not a lot of opponents on tour have that. But again, look at Coco. She's got that deep backhand that she's stretching the court wide with this year. She's stretching the court with her fast, powerful serve. So I see what Coco's working on. Me watching enough tennis, I can see what she's working on. Much like how Iga last summer worked on her game for Rebecca, and I told you about that as well. What happened last time they played here in the championship, Doha? Iga wins that. Now I'm watching and I see clearly what Coco is working on, and I know what she's working on. I know what the game plan is. There's really only one person on tour that's keeping Coco from dominating and taking over, and it's this lady right here. That's a Jordan fist bump as Iga Swiatek comes through in straight sets. She's victorious. She's gonna take on Svitolina next. Now in the post-match interview, do you want to talk about stats? Why not? Now a lot of break points, guys. Right? Iga was 5 for 15. Sloane was 3 for 8. She had her opportunities. Look at Iga. 52% on the first serve, or I'm sorry, 52% on the second serve, 62% on the first. Sloane 52 on the first, 41 on the second. A very sloppy match. And Iga Swiatek would comment on that in the post-match interview. She said it was a very tough match. Sloane is a tough opponent. She said she tried to play really strong, and then she had to make adjustments and play more tactical. But she said the match was a very interesting match, and it was a good match. It was a competitive match, as you can tell. A lot of players, both players on each serve had multiple deuce opportunities. So Iga, beautiful words about Sloane, and she talked about her good friend. Wait a minute, is she copying the Rebecca wristband sweat wipe off? Did she just defeat Elena Rebecca and still her freaking whatever you want to call it? Rebecca does that. Unbelievable. Uh-oh, we got a new rivalry here, ladies and gentlemen. Iga's doing the wristband sweat wipe-off victory. Oh, I like that. Now, she talked about Svitolina. She said, look, she's got a lot of respect for Svitolina. They did a fundraiser for the Ukraine, and she said she learned from that loss at Wimbledon, and she's going to do her best to play better. Iga Swiatek, she's victorious, guys. Look, I like that. I don't know. Does that look better on her or Rebecca? What do you guys think? That's a Jordan